Most of us think that to fix our money problems, we just need more money. Simple, right? But what if the real problem isn't what's in our bank account, but the story we're telling ourselves about it? Okay, let's get into this because we're going to explore how to completely transform our relationship with money from one of stress to one of actual freedom.
So let me ask you something. Let's just do a quick thought experiment. Imagine money walks into a room as a person. What do you do? Would you run over, give him a big hug, or would you kind of look away, avoid eye contact, maybe even gossip about them later? Seriously, be honest with yourself. Your answer to that question, well, it pretty much reveals everything about what you really believe.
The thing is, for so many of us, our relationship with money is complicated. It's strained, it's this source of constant, low-grade anxiety that's just kind of humming in the background, shaping our lives in ways we don't even realize.
It's this feeling, right? This pervasive sense that it's just never enough. It doesn't matter how much you earn, because by the time you pay for rent and groceries and all the bills, it feels like you're right back at square one, like you're just treading water, never really getting ahead.
And it's really no wonder we feel this way. I mean, look at what we're up against. We're dealing with these massive external pressures. We've got student loan debt hanging over us, the cost of everything is going up, and there's always that fear that one random medical bill could just derail everything. It leaves you feeling emotionally trapped, like you can't live the life you actually want. Okay, so here is the most important point of all of this. The path to feeling free financially, it doesn't start with a new budget or a fancy spreadsheet. Nope. It starts with uncovering this subconscious story that's been running your financial life since you were a little kid. And getting to that story is actually a pretty simple two-step process. First, it's just awareness. The next time you get paid or you have to pay a big bill, just notice. How do you feel in your body? Do your shoulders tense up, or do you feel kind of relaxed? Then, step two is reflection. Think back to your childhood. How did your parents talk about money? Did they fight over it? Did you grow up feeling like your family had less than other kids? Getting to the root of these feelings is the only way to start untangling them. And, check out this quote from Jay Shetty. This just shows you how deep these childhood beliefs can run. His personal money story was that you had to be a bad person to get rich. He believed good people were just poor. And for years, that one single idea, buried deep down, was holding him back from ever being successful. But here's the good news. Once you finally see that old limiting story for what it is, you suddenly have the power to consciously rewrite it. This is the moment you shift from being a victim of your financial circumstances to becoming the author of your future. This is the absolute key. If you believe deep down in your core that you're not worthy of wealth, or that money is evil, or that good people are poor, then your actions will always find a way to match that belief. You'll literally sabotage amazing opportunities without even knowing why you're doing it. And this brings us to the most powerful mindset shift you can possibly make, going from a state of helplessness to a state of helpfulness. See, when we feel like we're lacking something, our natural instinct is to think, I have nothing, I need help. But the abundance mindset completely flips that on its head. It asks a different question. How can I be helpful to someone else, even with the little I have right now? Shifting your focus from what you can get to what you can give, well, that changes the entire game. Which leads us to this beautifully counterintuitive idea. The fastest way out of a state of lack isn't to try and take more, it's to give. It's to operate from a place of generosity, even when you feel like you have absolutely nothing to spare. This is the number one lie that the scarcity mindset whispers in our ear. It tells us to hoard our ideas, guard our time, protect our knowledge, because we're afraid someone else will steal it and leave us with nothing. But in reality, hoarding that energy is the very thing that keeps us stuck. It's what blocks the flow of opportunity into our lives. The secret is realizing you are already wealthy in currencies that have nothing to do with a bank account. Your passion, your joy, your curiosity, your energy, your ability to just be fully present with another human being, these things are incredibly valuable. And think about it. When you give those things away freely, you're sending a powerful signal to the universe that you have more than enough to share. You're creating an energy of abundance all around you. Okay, so how do we actually put this into practice? Let's talk about a really simple social experiment you can try, starting literally today, to begin rewiring your brain and attracting those opportunities you've been missing.
Now, I know it might feel a little weird at first, but just try it. Every morning, say this to yourself. The point isn't that cash is going to magically fall from the sky. The point is to prime your brain to start looking for opportunities, to see possibilities where before you only saw problems. You're basically opening yourself up to receive.
And I have to tell you a story about what can happen when you do this. So, Lewis Howes was doing this exact experiment, repeating that mantra, and one day he found a penny. But it wasn't just any old penny. It was something called a wheat penny, which is a special kind of rare coin.
Get this. He picked up this dirty penny off a subway staircase in New York City. Later, he looked it up and found that a 1945 wheat penny, the exact same kind he found, had recently sold online for $4,000.
That value was hiding in plain sight. I mean, how many people do you think walked right past that penny thinking it was worthless? But because he had set his intention, because his mind was open to being a magnet for money, he was willing to look closer. And this is where it all connects. That generosity we talked about, giving your passion, your energy, that's what opens your mind to see the value that other people miss. You simply can't receive what you're not open to seeing.
So I'm just going to leave you with this final thought. True abundance isn't really about giving what's easy to give. It's about not holding back. It's about giving your energy, your passion, your help, even when it feels a little scary. Because when you operate from that place of total generosity, you create a life that is truly rich, no matter what your bank account says.